Thank you so much. Thank you, Dmitro. Good afternoon to all of you from Kiev that symbolizes the victory of freedom over tyranny. Dear Dmitro, first of all, thank you for hosting me today in Kiev, a visit which for me is of great substantive and symbolical importance. With me today, here are the ambassador and his team from the Embassy of North Macedonia to Ukraine, who as of today continue their work in Kiev in full capacity. The symbolism is also evident. Kiev is a free city, and we all recognize and accept the situation by our diplomatic missions reassuming their activities. Yet the devastations that we saw today are beyond words. Targeting civilians is a war crime and totally unacceptable, and the aggressor must be held accountable. North Macedonia has been unequivocal in condemnation of the unprovoked Russian aggression and in solidarity shown to Ukraine, its army and its people. We strongly support the political and territorial sovereignty and integrity of Ukraine in all possible terms, starting with the right of Ukrainians to organize their authorities on the entire territory of their country, over to the right of Ukrainians to become part of alliances they aspire to join. North Macedonia supports the proposal to grant Ukraine the status of candidate for EU membership. This will send a clear and unequivocal signal that the rightful place of Ukraine is in Europe, in following with the unwavering desire of the overwhelming majority of Ukrainians. The road from being granted a candidate status to starting EU accession negotiations is long. North Macedonia is a case in point. However, I should like to wish Ukraine all the success on its European integration path. As the youngest NATO member state, we will continue supporting the open door policy as well as the accession of Ukraine to this most powerful military political alliance in the world, as we have already demonstrated with our prompt decision to support the NATO membership bids of Sweden and Finland. It is beautiful to see that Kiev is steadily reassuming its status of a free city. Regretfully, the Russian aggression is not over. Therefore, the support for Ukraine must not cease. In fact, it must be intensified until all military activities are over and all Russian troops have retreated completely. In simple terms, the international democratic community must not give in. Historical experiences in non-reacting to such threats are starkly painful. If we allow this war and aggression to be relativized in any way, and that peace conditions be defined outside the borders of this brave country, this will set a message of a potential vulnerability of the freedom and sovereignty of each of our individual countries. I always say that fighting for their freedom of their country, for their future generations, the brave Ukrainian people are now on the front line in the fight of the democratic world to preserve democratic values. The freedom of North Macedonia and of any other country today is defended in Ukraine, and Ukraine deserves all our respect, all our assistance and support in its struggle. Dear citizens, coming from the birth country of Mother Teresa, coming from a country whose capital Skopje was rebuilt from the ruins after the 1963 earthquake, thanks to the solidarity and generosity of the entire world, but also coming from a country which belongs to a region where regretfully there are still fresh memories of the ramifications of wars and violence, I would like to send a message of solidarity and support to the Ukrainian people. We stand by you not only in your hour of sorrow for the victims and destroyed homes, but also for your lost normal life, cruelly interrupted childhood of many children, and plans for the future that had to be challenged. Furthermore, we are fully aware of the immediate but also of the long-term effects wars have on a country, its citizens and its future. Therefore, I hope and I will endeavor that the solidarity, generosity and care for the Ukrainian people and their freedom continue after the war as well. I hope and I'm confident that someday soon, when Ukraine and the Ukrainian people will finally be able to enjoy the freedom for which they have struggled, with the help of the entire world, including from North Macedonia, you will be able to rebuild your cities and homes and infuse new life in your communities. In our capital, Skopje, we still have streets named after countries that helped us after the 1963 devastating earthquake. Let us hope that the streets of free Ukraine in the future will bear testimony to the solidarity of countries and citizens from all around the world that will continue supporting you, not only in this period of great ordeal for your country, but also in the period of reconstruction and renewal of your country. Slava Ukraini. Thank you so much.